beer garden.
Yeah, right. Are they coming in, Jeff? Are they coming in? Oh, they're joining us. See, I can feel it. This is like the intro.
Do you feel the polka?
This is like the intro music.
Okay. Someone bring me a German beer and hit it acid.
Should we let it up
Get it.
just for fun?
Get it. It's called Molka.
Metal polka.
We just
Good morning, everyone. Is it morning?
Molka.
Molka.
Metal polka.
It is, well, it's morning on the West Coast still, but it's no longer morning here at the Reverend Guitars Circle R Ranch in sunny, beautiful Toledo, Ohio, where it's actually a little damp and
Rainbows.
kind of snowy. Rainbows, we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of The Dark Side of the Moon this
Yes.
week. So, yes, a lot of prisms and rainbows, unicorns,
Yes.
and ska music. Everybody, this is my good friend, Jason Navarro, Jay Navarro, Detroit rock guy, staple, legend,
Whatever.
singer for whatever,
Old. Been around the block.
singer for the Suicide Machines, Hellmouth, Break Anchor, Jay Navarro and the Traitors. Got a new thing going. We're going to get to that in a little bit. You don't have to bring it. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to all that. And Jay's here because we're getting ready to take off for Cincinnati. Where are we playing in Cincinnati tonight?
Northside Tavern.
That's it,
Yeah,
Northside
sorry, I
Tavern.
almost blanked out.
And then tomorrow night, Nashville.
Yeah, with the Cobra.
Cobra.
Super
in
excited.
East Nashville, yeah.
Super excited.
How long has it been since you played in Nashville?
Dude, 2000, probably with the Suicide Machines. Honestly,
wow.
it's been that long.
Been that long?
Yeah, yeah.
I was there with the Zimmerman Twins a few times during like NAMM events and things. We did some stuff down there, and Polka Floyd was going down there and doing Oktoberfest for a while.
Probably wild.
At the mall. I shit you not. There's a Hofbrau beer garden
In the mall.
at the Opryland Mall, and it's enormous. You probably seat 400 or 500 people in there. It's in long like picnic table style shit, and they used to pay us well to come down there and play Oktoberfest. A lot of fun.
So you get some Bavarian food,
Yeah.
some German beer, some
Yeah.
cowboy boots.
Yeah,
Maybe go to Kohl's. I don't know what's in the mall these days. I don't go to malls. Maybe go to H&M in Nashville. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it could
so-
be. Everybody hearing everything okay? We got.
I have heard no complaints.
All right, excellent. Jeff does not have a microphone today, everybody. I know how much that disappoints you. But if you have any questions, relay them to Jeff, and Jeff will relay them to us. There is going to be a Q&A period here as well. So what brings
Great.
us together, Jay? Do you want to tell the story? Or do you want me to?
I'll start.
Okay.
So originally, Joe Naylor sponsored me, and I was playing in kind of a heavy rock band. But I hit it off with Ken, and we did a Dag Nasty cover band.
Look at.
Actually, yeah, we did a Dag Nasty cover band for Halloween. But him being a polka player, I knew I started this.
player?
Yeah, yo, he's a polka player.
Oh shit!
I don't care. I don't care what he says. He's a polka player.
Well, I was playing like more the Dag Nasty stuff long before I was playing the polka stuff. But okay.
I knew he could play polka because of Polka Floyd. And then when I started this band, I was like, oh, you know what? Ken, we hit it off. You should be the lead guitar player in this like ska type band I'm doing. Yeah, polka and ska is just not the same thing.
So which leads me to, I think he wanted me to be the guitar player, and there's still times when he's like, I don't want to play guitar on this one. And then I am so bad at the ska rhythm, even after being in this band for you. I'm getting better at it. Yeah, but it is the less I play with Polka Floyd, the better I get at it, because it is a definitively different thing.
Yeah.
And you, sir, are
Yeah.
good at it.
I'm okay at it.
Yeah. No, you're pretty darn good at it.
Yeah.
You have this cool manta ray,
Oh.
and we put some of those Mojitone pickups in it that Gabrels has in the dirt bike Royale, like that gray one hanging up right behind him, and it still has that sort of bright, sharp edge. But show them the 2 and 4, man. Just do something, because
well-
it's.
I will say this is beautiful but no noise, right? Oh,
Well, there's that noise.
yeah, you can kill that. So I learned the hard way that I was playing ska wrong from the guitar player of the Specials, actually, Linville.
Nice.
So originally we were doing, which is upstroking, and he's like, no. And it's way easier to do this, though. So, yeah, Linville Town.
And that's what I'm still trying to do.
Yeah, and but that being said, like, when the Suicide Machines toured with the Specials, he was like, oh, I love your band. Yeah, you guys are great. The idea of two-tone and punk and ska, but, man, you guys play ska wrong. So he gave us the hard lesson of really how it is. Like, it's a downstroke choke. It's a down, and typically Americans go up. I don't really know how that happened, but it did.
Okay. All right.
So.
All right. So did Malik adjust?
Oh, Malik is very much an American ska player.
Okay.
Probably the best of them.
Yeah.
But
He's a ripper.
Yeah. He's actually a really good guitar player. He's talking about Malik from the Suicide Machines. A great ska punk player.
Another Reverend player.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, I don't know that his Les Paul's left his case since he started playing his Reverends. I didn't mean to bring up that name, but I can honestly
No,
tell
I like
you,
Les. He was a great player, really good guy.
you go to his house, you only see his Reverends in his living room. Like that's all he plays at this point. So
Nice.
I bust out my BC Rich once in a while.
What PC Rich do you have?
It's a bronze. It's like $100 bronze. I don't even know what are those called.
But
it's
is it
like what
shaped like
Dr.
a
No
bitch?
played. It's what Dr. No played.
Like the pointy one?
It's 1 point,
Okay.
and then the rear horn. Why am I blanking on what it's called?
I don't know.
Anyways, it's what Dr.
I only
No.
know the bitch.
Yeah, it's what Dr. No. It's
PC
what.
Rich bitch.
Yeah, it's what Dr. No from the Bad Brains played.
Yeah.
So, but it's the $100 version.
Nice.
It's a pile of junk. So,
You guys ready? 12 questions with Jason Navarro.
oh boy.
Give us a brief history of your playing career. Good luck. We already covered some of
Career.
this, but
You
go
call
ahead.
this a career?
Yeah, it's a career.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a career for me. All right. First show, probably 1988. I played bass for a metal band. I was the only punk kid in the metal band called Intravenous de Milo. Yes, that's a reference to Spinal Tap. Then I played bass for Positively Negative because the punk kids are like, oh, this kid's all right. Maybe he can hang. And they kind of like the cool people started letting me play in punk bands finally because I like this nerdy skate kid. Then I played for, who did I play for next? I played for the Screaming Bloody Leper Children, which are probably one of the greatest punk bands of all time out of Detroit.
West Detroit.
Yeah, I learned how to play bass by watching Johnny Lunchmeat play bass because I didn't understand what running a bass line was until I saw that guy play. And I learned scales, and I learned how to play like him. So when he moved, I became the bass player of Screaming Bloody Leper Children. The Exceptions kicked out their singer. It's an old ska core band. I sang for a brief moment with The Exceptions, and then it kicked me out. I don't know why, who cares? Great people, just kicked me out. I played bass for Cold as Life for a while. I played guitar for Roosevelt's Inaugural Parade, which is kind of like a DC post-hardcore. Their emo wasn't a word back then, but now it is. But it was post-hardcore.
Our mutual friend Noel Berry played me a cassette of that band not too long ago.
Okay,
That he has.
very strange. A lot of people, it's a cult kind of thing.
Yeah.
That band, people loved it. I thought we just sounded like the Pixies, but all the Fugazi heads liked us.
Tracks.
Yeah. Oh God, I don't even know. Man, I play with so many bands. I don't even know anymore.
When did the machine start?
1991. The machine started in 1991, man. Which hence we probably were trying to figure out how the heck to play like Fishbone and Operation Ivy, and that's why we played ska incorrect. I remember Matt Freeman as well from Rancid when we played with Rancid going. We'd played like idiots. We played Bombshell by Operation Ivy, and we got done. He was like, "You guys played that all wrong." You're like, totally. We're just like, "Oh man." He's an awesome dude. Matt Freeman is the best. But yeah, just like, we didn't know what we were doing. You could only hear what they were playing, and so back then there was no internet.
Yeah, right.
No one to show you how to really do it. You're just like, how the heck did they? Like, what are they doing? Like.
Yeah.
So you figured it out on your own, and you figured out wrong, but kind of just became the style of like people like Suicide Machines and Less Than Jake. Like we just kind of, that's what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you forged your own path then.
Pretty much.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. 1991. So did that. Break Anchor. Still play with Break Anchor all the time. Play guitar and sing, and did Hellmouth for a while. Really weird cultish band. I don't know. What else am I missing?
Have the Machines been consistent the whole time, or
No.
just?
We definitely broke up once.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
Broke up twice. Once in a fury of a nightmare in a back alley, and screaming matches like every other band does. And then the other one was because our bass player was moving to Japan, and our drummer was joining the Navy. I think is why we stopped the first time. But then we just picked up a bunch of new people and did it. So
Yeah, there was enough.
I know I'm missing bands.
There was
out
enough
there.
interest to keep it going, though.
Yeah, I'm missing bands, but I can't think right now who. So sorry. And it's
No.
not a career. I don't understand. That word doesn't compute to me when it comes to music. So
What inspired you to pick up the guitar in the first place?
Okay. This is actually a pretty cool story. A friend of mine had a stolen Yamaha and a stolen 2x12 PV sitting in his house forever. I'd already been playing bass. And I was like, can I just use it since it's sitting? Like, it's just sitting in your house. It's bad karma, right? But I picked up this guitar and borrowed it from this guy for a while, and I learned how to play. And the irony was, it was the same year. God, what year did Smashing Pumpkins come out with Gish? That was the year I felt like I really learned how to play guitar, because I learned how to play every riff on that record.
Oh, nice.
But the irony is you want me to tell the Billy Corgan story? Since you're affiliated?
Yeah, sure.
Working at St. Andrews Hall, they're on the Gish tour. Someone steals Billy's guitar out of the back.
Famously. Yeah.
But Billy famously smashes the crap out of a guitar because he was wild like that. Next morning, I go in to clean the place because I was doing double shift. I was bar backing and cleaning, and there's the guitar under the monitor board, the smashed one he took. And I'm like, well, that's mine. So I took it. Years later, the rumor got back that I had stole Billy's guitar. and I went and met him at Phoenix Amphitheater, and he's like, "You Jay Navarro?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Jay Navarro. I just have this one Fender like Strat with this Islam sticker on it." And he's like, "Oh no, that's not even the one I'm looking for. I smashed that one." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I didn't steal your shit. I don't even know what you're talking about." Like, I was working there, like I never stole anything. I'm like, "It's the one that you destroyed." And he's like, "Well, what did you do with it?" I'm like, "I can get it back. I traded it for a Strat that worked." Yeah, and that was like my first real guitar.
So that was your first, because the next question is, what was your first electric guitar? And if that was your first one, that's a fun story.
It was, well, the irony was I gave the Yamaha back, and then he's like, "Dude, this..."
You didn't steal it again? You didn't make it double stolen?
Well, so I don't know that it was stolen. He had said that this dude had left it at his house for years.
Oh, okay. That's not stealing.
And then,
That's-
and then the dude just never came back for it. And so
Yeah.
he's like, "You know what, do you just want this thing?" So I had the Yamaha, and then I had the Strat that I traded Billy's Strat for.
Nice.
That worked, and I think I got like a Gorilla amp with it or something weird. I don't remember what it was, some low Prax amp. And then, so irony is years later, that Yamaha came back to me. I have it. My grandma painted flowers all over it. I still have it.
Nice.
So it's a tie between the two being my first real guitars.
That's cool.
Yeah, bizarre way to get
Totally.
guitars.
Yeah.
So,
All right, this interview goes all over the place, just so you know.
Okay.
So here's the...
do you like
can't think-
pizza?
You can't think about the answer to this question. You just have to spit it out, all right? What are your top 5 favorite records? Go.
Ooh, Operation Ivy Energy, the Specials, Skint's Part and Parcel. I have a live Thelonious Monk album at the Palace of Fine Arts in Paris, France that I love to death. Rock that all the time. And what's the 5th one? Oh my God. Fifth one. Man, what do I? Probably Circle Jerks Group Sex. Fuck it, that's an easy one.
That's a good
One
one.
of my favorite punk albums of all time. So, I had the tape. You flip it over. It says "Destroy the Music Industry" and record something on the other side.
Yeah,
So,
nice. What is the proudest moment of your performing and/or playing career
hasn't happened yet.
up to this point?
Okay, up to this point.
Up to this point, what's good?
Gosh.
What do you look back on and go, shit, I did that?
I don't.
Really?
I'm trying to think right now, man.
Because I have stories about you.
I don't. I can't really explain it. I don't think much about. I love the funny stuff like Roddy Radiation. Yeah, I saw you guys play Ghost Town when we played in England with him, and he was just like. So I like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I like stuff like Matt Freeman telling me we totally murdered their song. Or like I you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff I like, and I wish I had like. One good moment is Red Rocks. We were playing with Weezer and No Doubt in Red Rocks, and the Wings had just beaten Colorado for the Cup, and so we threw Red Wings flags all of our gear and came out in Red Wings gear, and the hatred was real.
Oh.
The whole
Yeah.
Red Rocks was just like chanting the worst, horrible insults at us the whole time we played. It was not a joke. And then during that same series, oh my God, this is my proudest moment. You ready?
Okay,
This is my absolute proudest moment. We're playing the basketball stadium in Salt Lake City, and I think, was that the Jazz?
Yes.
This-
Utah Jazz.
This is my proudest moment. This is pretty bad. This is my career moment. So
Scary.
playing the Utah Jazz, we're sitting in our dressing room and we're watching live ESPN news, and I'm like, oh hey, that's our van. They're like down into where all the buses are and stuff, because it's like the finals or something. And I'm like, oh man, is that live? I run out of our room. I see the guy up on the top filming, and I moon all of the ESPN live on ESPN. I totally moon the world. That's my favorite, proudest moment.
I like it.
That's where I'm going with it.
I can't believe you did that shit at Red Rocks. I'd never heard that story.
Yes, dude. Oh my God, the hatred was real. I'm not even joking, man.
Oh no, that was an intense time. Because that was when the goalies fought.
Dude, people were
Right?
angry, dude.
Intense rivalry.
Yeah, that was a really intense
Like, I thought it was
rivalry,
funny at first, and I was like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah, right.
These people really are angry, actually. Like, and they were just like throwing stuff at us and just like, Red Wings suck. Fuck you, Detroit. Like, your band sucks. Your band sucks. Just throwing stuff at us. And I was just like, oh man, this isn't even fun. They're mad. Yeah, that was awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're mad.
I'd ask you how you heard about Reverends, but you already sort of
Oh yeah, because I played in a band, Left in Ruin. So that's
yeah
funny. I
Left
didn't
in
even
Ruin
mention that band.
and I can't believe I can't think of his name. Come on,
Oh, John.
John Deary.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And he was in one of my favorite Detroit local bands, Forge, for many years too, and very good friends with Mr. Naylor. And then he was in the band with you, and so yeah, Deary was a really strong brand ambassador for a long time,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Really, and yeah, you ain't kidding, monster player.
Monster. One of my guilty pleasures is definitely like heavy music, like, which is awesome because you got,
Yeah.
Bob Balk on with Reverend, and Fu Manchu's awesome, and I loved all that desert area stuff.
I got the new Moss Generator
Oh, cool.
for us to listen to in the van today.
So
Yeah.
a lot of that stuff I loved. I loved all that heavy stuff, Sleep, stuff like that. And so I wanted, that's a guilty pleasure, I guess. I don't really call it a guilty pleasure, but I wanted to play guitar in a band like that, and that's how I met John, who was sponsored by Reverend, and he's just a monster guitar player.
What Reverend guitars do you have? You have a pair of Manta Rays. You've got the Alpine 390 here, which
Yep.
gets used in the Traitors a lot, and then you have a black
Yeah.
Manta Ray HB with the neck humbucker out of it
Yep.
that gets played in Break Anchor a lot.
Yeah, man, that's
And-
my that one's PE number one. Public Enemy number one is my black one.
Yeah.
This one hasn't earned a name yet, but this is always with the Traitors.
Yeah, the P90 thing works
Yeah.
for
Well-
what you do in the Traitors because I'm covering all the high gain stuff,
Yep.
and this does 73 the year you were born.
It is. All my guitars have 73 on them, If you have bought any of my guitars in the past, chances are I left you a message on the inside plates of all my guitars. So,
What do you like about your Reverend guitars, other than me, other than the free maintenance?
No. So I've had a lot of guitars. I'm not going to speak on what they were and what they're worth and what they are. I'm sure you can I loved vintage guitars. Nothing, I will tell you, plays better or sounds better than that Black Manta Ray HB. To this day, that guitar will never, ever, ever leave my house.
Amazing.
Ever. That guitar is gnarly. And I mean, look, I'm getting old. These things are light. I like semi-hollow, man. But I don't know, man. You can feel them too. Like, that's what I love about these Manta Rays. So, and I know you got a thing with the Manta Rays here, Reverend. Not really anymore, but this is my like favorite guitar in the world.
It would be cool if we had some sort of plan to bring them back.
I love
in the
it.
future. Wouldn't that be cool, Jeff? If we had some sort of plan like that, we should get. Well, we'll get started on that today, right after the.
Okay.
Yeah, right after this, and we'll get started on. Well, no, I'm going to Cincinnati when we're done with this Sunday.
I could go get some concrete shoes if you want me to.
What amps and pedals are you using?
So these days, I'm using still an LTD Barber as my main drive. Gosh, I'm blanking out on Johnny Laser's pedal. I have it right now. He's got he makes an amazing fuzz pedal. This guy up in Detroit, Oh my gosh. Sorry, Johnny. Help me out here. I keep on.
I can't keep them straight. There's so many great pedal makers now, and like
Oh my
we have our
gosh.
favorites, people that we are friends with and stuff like that. But I can't keep track of all the things that's coming out.
Oh my gosh. So Johnny Laser up in Ferndale makes a great. He used to work for Jex Tellez
Okay.
pedals. Remember those awesome fuzz pedals? And he was a builder there, and he has his own company now. He's just starting off. Maybe I can mention in the comments on this thread later so you know what it is. But I love his fuzz pedal. It's awesome. I've got it. I'm just using an old TC, like one of those Hall of Fame delays right now.
Yeah.
Then live, I use a Mike Mechanic for delay and slapback, but Ken for Christmas bought me a Death by Audio Echo Master, which I'm really excited to get into live because we kind of sometimes will jam. We get a little dubby, a little bit reggae. Sometimes you have guests come up and jam with us too, so you never know what's going to go on. So a lot of times it's fun to do stuff like that live on a vocal.
Yeah.
So it gets kind of wild occasionally, depending on how drunk I get or how wasted someone gets or how high someone gets, like our drummer. and we don't know how long the jam goes. So like it's fun to have like those in your arsenal of tools. So.
And the amp is a Silverface Vibrolux?
It's a Proverb. It's a 1981 Proverb, and that it's awesome, man. It's such a good Fender. It weighs more than my car.
I think the term you're looking for is metric fuck ton.
Yeah. I'm sure there's many of you
There's
out
got to
there.
be a transformer in that amp this big. But it is loud and clean.
I know there's people out there watching this right now that say that every time they pick up their amp at home too. Must have something similar, like, why do I do this to myself?
Yeah.
I have to put it in the back of my truck in two pieces. I have to take it out of the case, the road case, set the tray in the back of my truck, lift it back in the tray, and then put the tray back on top because it's just too heavy.
Yeah. Do you have I'm so scared to ask this question. Do you have any unusual hobbies or skills or anything you'd like to share with us outside of music?
It won't be bad. It won't be bad. Been skateboarding since like
There it is.
1985.
Mm-hmm.
It's never stopped. Was pretty good at it at one point. I'm old now, so
Yeah.
I can keep up with the young kids. Well, I can't even keep up with the young kids anymore, actually.
No, there's no way to keep up with the young kids, but you go.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And there's tons of cool video of you at the skate park and
Yeah,
shit.
I still skate a lot. Hobbies? I mean, no. That's it, man.
Do you have any advice for up and coming players?
Go to college. You know what? Don't worry about it being a career. You know what I mean? Do it because you love it. You know, this is your art. This is your painting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't realize it's a career until somebody tells you it was.
Yeah.
And now this is gonna bother you for the rest of the day. Like 2 hours from now, you're just gonna be sitting there all quiet, like, fuck, it was a career.
Half the reason I make records is because I want my kids to understand their dad when I'm gone, so they have a reason to like look and go, okay, yeah, Dad was nuts, and this is why. and they can, go through all the records I've made and be like, maybe understand me a little more, So that's half the reason why I do what I do, making records, a lot of that. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it's a weird thing. So
last but not least, tell us about current projects, tours, things you have going on. And I mean, just us as a band, this is a big year for the Traitors. This weekend we're playing Cincinnati tonight, Nashville tomorrow night, but we have a full length coming out on Bad Times Records.
yeah, man.
And in May, and we have a lot of shows around it. We're doing we've been invited to play at South by Southwest, which is ridiculous.
Yes, I've never been invited.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to talk about career? I mean, well, I don't know what that means, but I've never been invited in any of my bands to play South by Southwest. This is the first band to ever get invited to it. That's pretty funny.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of big shows this year. I know the Machines are taking it a little bit easy this year, at least so far. But both of the bands are playing Supernova
Yes.
in September.
That's gonna be amazing.
That's going to be a busy weekend for you, for sure. And that is a great ska music festival in Virginia Beach,
It is
Fort Monroe,
it is the
Virginia.
festival.
It is the festival. And this year, that Fishbone and the Tokyo Ska Orchestra and Machines and
Dude, the list goes
the
on,
list goes.
man.
Yeah,
I don't know how they do it.
I don't either.
And the irony
And
is
it's
they're going
3
to drop.
days, and it's fabulous.
They're about to drop a couple more crazy bangers on who's going to be on it.
Yeah.
Excuse me, in the coming couple of days or weeks, and I think you're all going to be a little bit surprised.
Yeah,
It's wild.
can't wait.
Yeah, the Machines, believe it or not, all you in the Midwest, we've been getting asked by NoFX to play some of their last shows.
Oh, cool.
So you will probably be seeing the Machines
Nice.
on some of those last NoFX
Kick ass.
shows.
Good.
And
Yeah,
we're going out for 3 or 4 days with Back Hop.
kick ass.
Yeah, in the fall. So
Wow.
We've got a little run going with them.
God damn, Reverend Guitars
Yeah.
presents.
Yeah.
We've been working with Back Hop for
Yep.
about 10 years, and we have a little surprise concerning them in April ourselves.
Yeah.
How weird.
Very cool. Yeah, Stacy hit me up and was like, hey, would you guys want to play a weekend out east? And I was like, you know what? We're taking the year off pretty much. But you're our crew.
yeah.
Back Hop are our crew.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Sure. Let me run it. Let's talk. And we talked. And yeah, we're going to go out for 3 or 4 shows out east
Nice.
with them. We're actually playing the Camp Punksylvania on the end of it,
Okay.
which isn't far from here. So
Yeah.
pretty excited about that.
And then in your spare time, you're doing a cover band.
Yeah, I got a cover band too, Omelets of Disease, which is a Misfits lyric. Believe it or not, that's an actual Misfits lyric. But yeah, it's just all punk cover band. Do that, and then I have like a garage rock band with Co Molina. She was in like the Bon Bondis and the Dirt Bombs and the Co band called the Bore Outs. It's just like garage rock meets punk.
That's
like
cool.
you like the Chats and you like the Gories. It's like the Gories and the Chats put together. So
Nice.
yeah.
We're going to keep the Q&A short. Are there any questions?
Yeah, there's some questions.
Fire away, Jeff. You
Cool
just say
Ranch
them.
or
I'll,
Nacho?
I'll repeat.
Well, Eric wants to know when that single pickup manta ray is going to come out.
Yeah.
If is
The
it,
J signature.
It's not a bad plan.
it better be pink or it better be gold.
Nice. That was more of a comment than it was a question.
Yeah, but
looking
we all
for
wanna know.
Yeah,
We all
everybody's
wanna
looking for
know.
the single
No,
pickup.
no.
Yeah.
I'm a rhythm guitar player. There's a reason why he's a lead guitar player. I can write songs.
Yeah, it's
I
because
can't play this thing.
It's because I can't play rhythm apparently.
That's a good point.
Right? Yeah. What else?
So I feel like this maybe was kind of covered, but maybe not. McFats wants to know, Jay, what your first Reverend was and when you got it.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't cover that. So yeah, guy wants to know what his first Reverend was and when he got it. I remember.
And I kick myself to this day because I actually sold it, and God, I kicked myself for selling it, man. I had a brown stained Volcano with the original headstock.
Oh,
And what a great guitar! And you can see it in one of the Break Anchor videos. I play it in the Break Anchor video. And,
yeah, you shouldn't have sold that.
yeah, that one was so good. But I got a belly now. My belly would hang over it.
Dunlap syndrome. Belly Dunlap over your V.
Yes. That being said, yeah. I've talked with Ken about it for years too. He's like, yo, I found one again. And I'm like, I need to get it. Yeah.
Rob had one too.
collector's items now.
Kick myself so much for getting rid of it.
No, we're not going to make them again. The question's coming. I'm sorry, we're not. I have an informal agreement where I've agreed not to do that anymore under the threat of lawsuit. It's an informal agreement with a threat implication. Anyways, what else, Jeff?
Eric wants to know, how do you know which material goes with which band? Not getting things mixed up.
What material goes to what band? Because he does pretty much write for everybody.
It's hard with the Traitors and with the Machines. With the Traitors, we definitely we're more geared towards two-tone and old Jamaican rhythms, and then just weirdness.
Yeah, it's prog ska.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, there's some weird shit on the new record. It's out there. It's really fun to play too.
Yeah, it's
really fun to play.
It's bizarre,
but it does do this. It's cool.
Yeah, and the Machines is very cut and dry punk ska. So to me, that's out of all my bands, you would think that one would be hard to differentiate. It's not, actually. If anything, it's hard to differentiate a Break Anchor punk song from a Suicide Machines punk song because it's very similar at times. The pop punkish stuff. So that band gets a little bit hard. Like I will write something and be like, is that Break Anchor or is that Suicide Machines? You know.
Mm-hmm.
So flip of the coin.
No, once it's kind of going and I get an idea of how it's going to go, then there's a final nail. But like, you know, when I first start riffing or coming up with a chorus or something, it's like.
You play with 3 very distinct drummers.
Dude, the best.
And so that's got to be a thing too when you're coming up with a song that you hear like, oh no, this is for Ryan.
Oh yeah.
Or no, this is definitely for Milbaugh or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been blessed with playing with some of the most monstrous drummers in the Midwest. Luckily.
Nice.
I've had such a good run of drumming with having people who are just phenomenal on drums in my crews.
Excellent.
And good people, to be honest with you.
Jeff, a couple more?
I don't really have many more, man.
Well, then we better go because we've got to get on the road. We are heading to Cincinnati to play at the North End Tavern and
North Side Tavern.
North Side Tavern.
Yep, the Newport Secret Six, who are old friends of mine, the keyboard player. Alex played keys for the Suicide Machines for a tour or two. And then, dude, one of the, oh my God, I'm so fucked. Sorry, swearing. You can swear.
We've been doing it the whole entire time. Yeah.
Anyways,
whoops. He said fuck.
I think Stuck Lucky from Nashville is one of the most gnarly ska punk bands.
Awesome.
Yeah, but they do it right, like.
Cool.
You know what I mean, like.
And they're doing both the shows with us.
Yes, and they're weird, but they're pissed, and they're just they're kind of they're cool, man. They're a little bit of a juggernaut when it comes to being a ska punk band, man. There's not many who do it well, and play it angry and play ska. It's punk still, for sure. It's not like metal or hardcore. It's just really angry. It's cool. They're a really cool band. I'm excited. Haven't seen them in many years.
Excellent. So yeah, Cincy tonight, Nashville tomorrow.
Let's do it.
Thanks for tuning in. Play some of that rhythm. Play some of that Gangsters.
Okay.
Gotta turn up your volume though.
Oh yeah. You sure you don't want to get acoustic?